Caleb Young got the cake up, now they want data. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
Hey. Okay. Pocket through big day sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Tell me who the hottest that you know. If it ain't me, you Curry get the flame calling Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. Hold up. I just want the knowledge and the power. Hold up. Why the looking at me sour? Eat it like chowder. Rada. Never gave a about a dollar. More money mean more problems. Pray for me to fall like autumn. Cause I got it on my own with no help, man. Gotta get it, that's it, in myself, man. They need a new hope. Deliver new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be E.T.? Man, y'all can't see me.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins. With that, let's get on up to FedEx Field near Washington. Standing by for the call of this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their #1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A look at the numbers last week for Dion Lewis. 18 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
This is Lewis. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field, and when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Here we go now.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory, or might he go for it?
On 3rd down, that's Lewis. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Calling the shots under center will be the man that they call Swag from Ole Miss, Chad Kelly.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watching that, Barney!
A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Dante Fowler in on the stop. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. Flushed out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A look here on your screen at how Washington's going to line up defensively. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Gone, 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 gone. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
From the gun, Kelly. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, look at 56.
On first down, it's Kelly. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 3-0 is our score. We'll head back to FedEx Field after this timeout.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot.
The pitch goes to Barkley. Open space inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears are in for 6.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback.
Like an egg underhand.
Yeah, like an egg underhand, really with 2 hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down, and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now it's Wilson. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tight.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green, 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Runs through the contact. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Open man is Uzomah. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Green, 90.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Saquon Barkley. And now running right through it. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watching that, Barney.
The toss out to Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Kelly on 1st and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, a nice spin. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And past the 30 down to about the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Watch him now, Barney!
A handoff to Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Kelly to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Rosas to add the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 14-10. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford, there for the stop. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he finds a man with a crossing route. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ace! Ace! Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Now they'll run with Lewis. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here we go now. Green.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Will Fuller, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville to see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Kelly now to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
Out of the gun, it's Kelly. That's caught by Howard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
Hey, fourth and inches. Why let your quarterback try and sneak for it? Give it to the guy who's born to fight for those tough yards. It's a fullback dive, and he just makes sure he secures the football and then plows forward to pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Here's a give to Barkley. And spins away. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
Again, it's Barkley. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Over!
On 1st and 10, Kelly shakes off the sack. And an alley to run. Finding room inside the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run with Barkley. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
On 2nd down, Kelly. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Gone.
Now a first down throw, Kelly. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Bears will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Rosas now to add the PAT. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Here we go. Green.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On third down, it's Lewis. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on third and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes now on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. A gain of 6 there on first. They need a touchdown, the 2-point. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Letting one go deep for the end. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there.
He's under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Green 90.
Lewis will get the handoff, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Now Kelly on first down. Flush to his right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Barkley, toss play left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Detroit! Over!
To throw is Kelly, operating from the gun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eddie Goldman in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Detroit!
Here's Kelly looking to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
To throw is Kelly. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Gone!
Operating from the gun, Kelly. And he finds Howard complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
This is Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. He's got the hook up with Conley. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Over!
From the gun, Kelly. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Green 90. Green 90.
They'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go now. Green 30.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Green 90.
Back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. To throw, it's Mahomes. Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The protection really holding up that time. That's what you want in the 2-minute drill, but the coverage equally as good.
Yeah, I'd say it's protection both sides, right? Get it for the quarterback, make sure you have time to throw the football, and he did. Plenty of time, but nowhere to go with it downfield. So the coverage, as you noted, terrific.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw is Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chris McCain in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bears, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.